Hi everyone. Let's dig in into our next episode of the podcast with my very own and the very favorite founder, also my friend Shweta from Kosha. Hi Shweta. How are you?
Hi Nopal. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. I'm so glad to have you in the episode.
Yeah,
So
same
before I
here.
start with any question, anything, thank you so much for giving your time because I know that you're very busy and a lot of things are panning out for you.
Yeah,
All the best for that, and also congratulations. Uh,
thank you. Thank you so much, Nopal.
so before we go into your details of the brand, I first want to understand what is Kosha and when did you start it?
Yeah, so Kosha is my own brand. I started in 2018, but that time it was completely a R&D thing, research and development. In 2022, during the COVID time, 2021, I started with my products. So, Kausha, the aim of Kausha is to showcase the rural beauty of the state Chhattisgarh. It is inspired from the state Chhattisgarh. Since I brought up in Chhattisgarh, I have seen the karigari, I have seen the kosa, I have seen the handloom work. So my aim is to take ahead the generation of work which the people, the tribal people, the Devangan community is doing in Chhattisgarh. So that's what my aim
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay. That's a very interesting thing because not a lot of people will understand what is the culture that's uh you know um uh, that India has, like especially in the rural areas of Chhattisgarh, Odisha, or whatever. It's a very underrated
Correct.
state, and you
Yes.
bringing it out.
Yes. So
But
that's
was
what
your
my aim is.
huh?
That's what my aim is because people, if I talk about the state Chhattisgarh, people don't know what the beautiful part of the state Chhattisgarh is. It's highlighted for the negativity, it's highlighted for the terrorism, it's highlighted for the Naxalism, but people are not aware of the beautiful part of the state. So that's what my aim is to
Correct,
showcase the rural beauty of the state. What's the hidden beauty there? How the karigars are taking ahead their generations of work. What's the beauty
correct.
of the Kosa silk fabric? So yeah,
Correct.
that's what my
But
aim
was your
is.
idea always was to bring the Indian culture to your brand? Like you had this in your mind when you started with your brand. Now I know you're focusing on Kosa, but was your aim was to always beautify and bring out the Indian culture, Indian beauty, and things which are hidden and get it out into the public.
Yes, absolutely. That's what my aim is to always showcase what is hidden in India, to highlight the hidden beauty of India. And now I'm aiming to connect the rural parts of India. So the neighbor state of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and then Bihar, and then Rajasthan, Maharashtra. So I want to connect all the rural parts, all the rural states of India, rural parts of India, and to highlight the beauty of those states. So suppose in Madhya Pradesh there is a traditional fabric, and then Rajasthan is famous for ajrak, bagru. So I want to highlight those things. So I'm now I'm extending my things, and I'm connecting to the rural parts of India and showcasing their beautiful karigari.
Correct. But because you always focused on the rural beauty or the rural culture, basically the hidden culture of the Indian state, and like a state like Chhattisgarh, what were your struggles and also your achievement to some extent to, build the brand?
Yeah, struggles and achievements, I think, yeah, when I say here I work with the artisans, I work with the tribal artisans. So, first struggle, I'll not say struggle, but yes, it's slightly difficult. That is communication,
Hmm.
because to interact with the tribal people, again, tribal people and rural people both are different. So tribal people means they are typically indigenous people, so interacting
Correct.
with them in the local language, that's little difficult. You have to use to
Correct.
it, you have to use to their local language. So first is that now I'm habituated since it's 5 6 years, so now I'm used to it, they are used to me, so yeah. And then second part is logistic. I stay in Bangalore.
Hmm.
Sometimes I stay in Chhattisgarh, and my all production work happens in the rural parts. So,
Hmm.
sending my suppose like I work in the zero waste, so sending my clothes to them, bringing their clothes back to me. So that's a little struggle, logistic part.
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah, these are the few things. Other than that, Yeah, now I'm habituated. Now I know what are the things to do, what are the things not to do. And achievements, yeah, I haven't counted achievements yet, but I think so far I have shipped many international orders, so that's a small achievement for a small business.
No,
And
that is a
also
big
the label has
achievement
been
actually.
yeah, yeah, because it's a happiness sort of thing that people internationally knowing your brand,
Correct.
it's been recognized there. And also 2021 the brand has been recognized by Miss Smriti Rani ji, so that's again a achievement. So yeah, these are
Correct.
few achievements.
I think those are great achievements. You are very modest in noting and, talking about your achievement a lot, which I know you, so
Thank
I
you.
know that you are being very modest. But I think you're doing great and a fab job. I have always appreciated the product and the designs and the quality of, Kosha always. It is going to stay close to my heart always. So my
Thank you,
next
Nupur.
question is just following up to your the previous struggles and achievement. So I also want to understand that when you were building the label or a fashion brand along with keeping the roots of India intact to your brand, how difficult do you think is building a fashion brand like that? Because nowadays you will see a lot of fashion label, lot of people coming up with a lot of brand, but then your brand speaks very different language. So building a fashion label, keeping the Indian culture intact, how difficult do you think is to create that brand identity?
See, Nupur, I'll not say it's 100% difficult, or I'll not say it's very easy also. It's not difficult for me because I am coming from a fashion background. Means
Hmm.
I graduated from fashion industry, so I know what are the things people will appreciate, what are the things we have to do, what are the fashion insights. Difficult for me because I'm not coming from a business background. So building a
Hmm.
brand, building a business, that's that's a little difficult. But I think with the time you will understand what are the things, how business works. Difficult also difficulties also when keeping your brand, bringing your brand, taking your brand to the audience. So that's
Hmm.
little difficult for a small business, because you have to
Correct.
spend a lot of money in marketing, you have to spend a lot of money in doing different promotions. So that's
Hmm.
what my difficulty lies as of now, because I don't have that much of capacity to do and to spend all my savings and everything in the promotions and business or advertisements. So that's what little difficult is. Other than if you have the passion, I think, yeah, you can manage within the time.
You will find a way.
Yeah, yes,
That's
certainly,
that's
yeah.
so that's so true. And with your brand, you have always associated something or the other in form of social activity, CSR activity. Like you have always made sure that you are giving back to the society in some form or the other. Like your website speaks volumes about how you are trying to empower the kids or the schools and the education. And sometimes you are recycling fabric and making packaging. So you start a retake initiative. Can you just enlighten us a little about it, that why so that you have that inclination towards social activity and you've associated the brand in such a way?
So yeah, coming from a fashion background, coming from a fashion graduate student, I know how polluted this fashion industry is. So,
Hmm.
my label, I try each and every step to be very conscious, whether it's a conscious packaging, whether it's writing a note and conveying a story to people, because that is also
Hmm.
important. So, for example, we use completely zero waste, 100% plastic free packaging. We use
Hmm.
paper tapes for the packaging. We use sar leaves which we source from the forest, and we write thank you note
Hmm.
instead of writing on papers. So I understand how the this fashion industry is polluted, and small steps matters a lot. So
Hmm.
small steps, from the packaging to sending my products to the artisans, to getting it stitched, everything is being
Hmm.
very conscious. We try to minimize the zero waste. So I
Hmm.
started a retake initiative 2 years back, where people can send their discarded or pre-loved clothes to us instead of throwing
Hmm.
it, and we will recycle and upcycle, seeing the quality of the fabric, and we will send that fabric to the artisans, where they will make some meaningful products, and they will send it back to me. So instead of throwing those products, we are utilizing to make some beautiful products. And that products are appreciating a lot. And I'm very happy that those are the products which I shipped internationally. So from that, I gained the
Amazing.
confidence. Okay, these things are valued a lot, not only in India but internationally as well. So yes, I know the value of being polluted, and I know how the sometimes the chemicals are being so harmful, and everything nowadays, climate and everything. So we are trying to build small steps which are being very conscious.
No, no,
And
that's
also
a very
during the COVID time, we collaborated, we associated with rural students, where we try to, we try to indulge them in few activities, where they used to get some of the zero waste products as in hampers. So all those things are being
okay.
conscious and mindful.
Okay, okay. No, I think that's a wonderful step because I come from a space where I feel that we have to save our environment if we really want to live a very healthy life or also want a future generation to live a very healthy life. So taking a very small step also creates a lot of consciousness around you.
Yes.
At least if not, we can make a big impact. A small impact can itself become a big impact someday. So I
Yes.
think that's a
Yes.
wonderful and a very beautiful step that
Yeah.
you do. Also, when you started doing this, how difficult was you to handle the kind of feedback that you were getting? Not because not everything will be a very loved feedback. Whether you're starting a brand, you're going to the rural parts of Chhattisgarh to do your research and then coming back, designing something, putting it out to the public's notice, and then you don't always get love, you don't always get appreciation. There are a lot of criticism that also comes your way along with that. So how do you handle them? And if you ever got it, then how did you handle them? And what do you think about all of those criticism that comes your
Honestly, Nupur, as of now, there's no criticism as
way?
criticism like, but yeah, I mean, yes, you will not get appreciation always, but yes, I haven't received any criticism as of now. So I don't
No,
know,
okay.
but I think if you're doing a great job, if you're doing something, giving back to the society, doing some meaningful things, telling a story, then yeah, you are good to go.
Yeah, then touch wood that you haven't received it, and it's a wonderful thing because I already told in the beginning that your product speaks volumes about how you want to give back. It has no like a personal agenda or a motive that मेरे को ये करना है तो मुझे ये ऐसा चाहिए. No, not that. You're very clean. The brand is very clean. The motto of the brand has been very clean, and that's visible from your story to your product to your quality, everything, and plus your initiative. So that's a great
Thank
thing
you,
that
Nupur.
there are no
Thank you.
criticism. And how difficult do you think for somebody else is to create a brand like this? And I'm asking you this because you also told that you came from a fashion background, but there are a lot of young entrepreneurs who want to do something in fashion, build something in fashion. So what are the small tips that you would like to give them to keep in mind when they are building or starting their own fashion label?
See, not only in fashion label, but anything you do in life, if you have a certain clear path, then you can do it. If you know what you want to achieve, then it's very clear. If you have some
Hmm.
of the question marks in your life, then it might be a little difficult to find that path. But if you are very
Hmm.
clear what you want to do, what you want to do next, what you want to do tomorrow, then it's very clear for you. So
Correct.
yeah, for the fashion labels, I want to like small steps like conveying the story, giving back to the society, knowing your target audience and knowing your USPs. Yeah, these are the few very basic things which anybody should know. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the basics are the most important thing. You have to be very strong in your
Yes.
basics.
Yes.
Only then you can build a foundation on that, and then a whole empire on that. Otherwise, it's
Yes.
really difficult. That's
Yeah.
always there. So now coming back to my last question of our session, and then we'll just have a very fun Q&A, which is like a surprise for all the founders. So my last
Okay.
question, no, don't be afraid, there is no difficult questions there, it's just fun.
Okay.
So, what I wanted to understand, when you're building your brand, the brand journey is always like a wavelength, amplitude, right? There are high, there are lows, and everything. Some days you get very good feedback, lot of orders, and you have a very motivated day. And there will be days where you feel like you're no, everything is going very slow. What to do? So, how do you keep yourself up on the low days, like the days where you feel like really low? And sometimes as an entrepreneur, even me, and I believe all the entrepreneurs out there, feel a little lost, that what's
Yeah.
happening, like will
Mhm.
will things pan out right for me? And then do your own ways to get back again. So what are those things that you do to come out of your lows, or what are those things that keeps you going in your low time?
So I think creativity is such a therapeutic thing. I always find, again, everyone has their own ways. For me, it's creativity. So if I'm having such days, then I always sit with a sketchbook or my colors, and that's very therapeutic for me, and that will make my day.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, coming from a art background, and I'm asking an artist
Yeah.
that what is your way of coming out of the low. I think that's the only way to come out of your
That's
low, and
the,
that's
yeah, I
fantastic.
mean, that's very good thing. You will forget everything, colors, and then you're completely
Yeah,
focused
yeah.
on what you are making, the art, and yeah, that's beautiful. I really enjoyed that.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Shweta, for giving your time. This has been a lovely, and a wonderful conversation. Now we'll jump into
Thank
our
you,
fun
Nidhi.
section, which is like
Yes.
a surprise for everybody out there. So my first question to you, on a very lighter note, that what are your favorite fashion labels so far that you really appreciate, with the kind of designs they do, or with the kind of initiative they take, that you really keep them close to your heart?
Are you asking about Indian fashion brands?
Any fashion brand, any
Okay. So
fashion.
yeah, I'm very much into Indian things. So I really love Anita Dongre's designs, how she collaborated with artisans, how she bring the traditional work of them. So yes, Anita Dongre's. And if we speak about some modern and beautiful, very unique cuts, then Gaurav Gupta. He's very much into English and modern cuts. So yes, Gaurav Gupta and Anita Dongre.
That's wonderful. And if you were to take a vacation, which is in India, of course, because you come from a very strong love for Indian roots and places, that one vacation that you want to take, which you haven't, but you have maybe heard a lot about it, read a lot about it. And you're like, यार ये बहुत सुंदर जगह है, यहाँ तो जाना ही है. So what is that place?
Again, for my research work or just
No,
essay?
just like that. Essay. हाँ हो
Essay,
सकता है कि
then
there you go and फिर you start doing your research. That's a different thing.
okay, so I think I want to explore the Kashmir part. I have never been
हाँ
to Kashmir. It's again a
correct.
beautiful, and talking about their traditional work, it's again rich in their
Yes,
traditional
yes,
Kashmiri work
yes.
and embroidery. So yes, I want to
Yeah,
explore
it's
that.
actually very rich. It's a very royal,
Yes,
very rich. It's a different language altogether when you look it from a
correct.
artist's point of view. So yeah.
Yes.
And my last question, what is your favorite food that you cannot live without? Like कुछ भी हो जाए भाई, इसको तो मैं कितना डाइट फॉलो कर लूं, कुछ कर लूं, ये तो नहीं छोड़ सकती.
Huh. See, honestly, I don't have any favorites, but I like pav bhaji. I don't.
Pav bhaji,
I
yeah.
like. It's not my favorite, but yes, I like pav bhaji.
That's wonderful. I think it's a very lovely conversation with you. I will look forward to meeting you soon, and thank you so much for sharing these insights.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
hope
Nupur.
I hope that a lot of young entrepreneurs who are wanting to build their brand or wanting to start something in fashion get inspired by you. Plus, I will also be tagging your website link, your Instagram handle in the description below. Guys, please go and check out the products of Kosha. It's amazing. You will love it. And please feel free to get in touch with Shweta anytime. She's a lovely person to help you out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for doing this wonderful thing. You're bringing out all the fashion labels ka story, so that's very beautiful. And I'm seeing your journey, so all the best for that also. And yes, enjoy. We'll meet soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.